Earlier this year, West Virginia became the first of a number of politically conservative states to ban artificial food dyes. It's part of a larger movement known as MAHA, or Make America Healthy Again, an effort championed by Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy, Jr. We went to the Mountain State to see how this new law is playing out.
Hey, Evie, do you want to help me? Yeah.
At Danielle Ellis's house, dinner time is a family affair.
And here's your coconut aminos, okay?
5-year-old Evie works the skillet, Dad Josh serves, and all the kids clean their plates.
Mealtime at our house can be a little crazy, but it's fun. We try to keep the kids' foods interesting and fun and healthy.
The small business owner and mom of 4 prepares meals that are healthy, homemade, and full of color, just not artificial ones. That's particularly important for 6-year-old Nathan, who loves trucks and dancing and has Down syndrome.
For Nathan, having Down syndrome makes him more susceptible to toxins in general, and I can't control the medical ones that he has to receive throughout his lifetime, so I make sure he has a good base of nutrition.
That good base of nutrition at home is tested at school, where it can be hard to resist all the tempting treats in the classroom.
There's always all these celebrations where they're bringing in cupcakes, and there's all kinds of food dye in that. And I didn't want Nathan to be exposed to that.
The governor of West Virginia, Patrick Morrisey, doesn't want anyone in his state to be exposed to it.
Let's start with no more dyes and dangerous additives in the schools.
This past March, he approved a ban on 7 artificial dyes. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy, Jr. attended the official announcement and credited supporters of his Make America Healthy Again movement, or MAHA, for helping to pave the way for the new law.
I want to thank the MAHA moms who got me into this office, and President Trump, who has given me free rein to do anything I need to do to make America healthy again.
Kennedy said he believes food dyes are the root cause of many of Americans' health problems.
It's very clear the dyes that Governor Morrisey is banning, all of them are linked in very, very strong studies to ADHD and to cancers.
Dr. Asa Bradman co-authored one of those studies focusing on the effect of food dyes on the behavior of children.
The overall findings from these studies support an association between intake of artificial food colors and changes in behavior in the children.
What gaps, though, still remain in our understanding of the link that you just laid out?
I think where we need to have more research is to better understand the impacts of exposure on changes in neurodevelopment. It may be that children, for example, that are already diagnosed with ADHD, that an additional exposure to a chemical that impacts, say, brain function could exacerbate that. But the data on that is not clear.
West Virginia's food dye ban went into effect for schools in August and will extend statewide in 2028. That's when the FDA is also aiming for a nationwide phase-out of these same dyes. The trade group representing the country's biggest food and beverage makers told PBS News Weekend its members are planning to voluntarily cut dyes before those deadlines. But in West Virginia, the food challenges run deeper than dyes. West Virginia is also one of the hungriest states in the nation, and some experts say that it's not a bad thing to ban some artificial dyes, but that it shouldn't distract from more underlying problems like inequitable access to safe and healthy foods.
I think that the state is really looking to do a lot of things to make food healthier for folks. But I think it's a little bit misguided.
Rhonda Rogin is a health and safety net policy analyst with the West Virginia Center on Budget and Policy.
There are a lot of food deserts and a lot of other things that make preparing healthy meals really difficult. And in a lot of places, foods with dyes are the ones that are accessible to people. And so I think that this may harm food security in the short and long term as we focus on what's in food rather than accessibility to food itself.
Cindy Kirkhart helps West Virginians access food every day. She's the CEO of Facing Hunger Food Bank, which serves people across Appalachia.
You see the big variety of cars. Every one of those cars has a story. and it has led them to sit in line and wait for food.
We met her at a mobile pantry event about 45 minutes from Danielle Ellis's house.
Thank you.
Here, drivers lined up hours in advance to receive free groceries, including fresh meat and produce, along with some shelf-stable goods containing preservatives and food dyes.
How would you characterize the level of need right now?
Very high. Folks who are food insecure operate from a position of not so much thriving, but surviving.
Despite those high needs, Kirkhart says she's lost critical federal support since President Trump returned to office. Reductions to the Department of Agriculture's Emergency Food Assistance Program, which helps low-income Americans, cut deep.
When the initial cuts were announced in April, we were expecting 16 truckloads of food. 11 of them got cut. That's 330,000 pounds of food.
We picking up the two families with those one in the back seat or the trunk? Back seat. All right.
Kirkhart says the new food dye ban will make it harder for her to help people, especially those without access to full kitchens. Microwavable meals and frozen foods often have artificial dyes. If Kirkhart has to remove them from her list, she'll have less to hand out to folks who are in desperate need.
I love the movement toward healthier food, but let's bring everyone along with us. Yes, let's make that move, but let's figure out what we can replace those items with.
61-year-old Bill Bell agrees. He was among those lined up for groceries.
Well, I mean, it's just getting to the point of where the dyes in the food, the sugars, I mean, they're just getting into telling basically what you can eat and what you can't eat. It's getting to be ridiculous at the grocery stores and everything, and so just need a little extra help.
I'm ready!
Danielle Ellis's family has also felt the economic pinch. She says feeding her family high-quality, artificial dye-free meals takes creativity.
I even had a friend that would give us eggs, and at the time I was actually a nursing mom, and so I donated milk to her baby. So we traded milk and eggs.
She understands not everyone can put that much effort into buying and bartering for their food.
The food is out there, and it breaks my heart that not everybody has the resources or connections, for lack of a better word, to know where to find additional food choices that are healthy.
But she says West Virginians are starting to demand better options, and the food dye ban is an important sign of that.
I've started seeing even recently, like at Walmart, that they are offering dye-free options, that they're offering non-GMO and organic options. We're voting with our dollars every time we go to the grocery store.
And at the grocery store, those dollars tend to be in the hands of moms.
The MAHA movement has largely been driven by moms.
Yeah.
Would you say you were MAHA before?
Yes, I've been on a MAHA journey for about the last 15 years, just didn't label it.
She says she's all in when it comes to healthier foods, but she's not sold on all of President Trump's agenda.
You know, my son has Down syndrome. I've seen him cut funding to some of the programs that would help Nathan as an adult, and that scares me. But I support the Make America Healthy Again movement.
Like all parents, Ellis knows her children will face plenty of challenges on their own. But for now, she's helping to guide them through the food that goes on their plates.